Alright, I fixed up my place and I did get an energy. And this energy, I just need to rest my eyes a minute. This energy is one, I don't know, this is, when I pick up on this energy, it's one of being misunderstood. Very misunderstood. And I can understand this energy very well because I am an artist of sorts. I've lived my life being misunderstood most of my life, and people underestimating me also. So I do understand the feel of this energy. It's almost like a person gave their all, everything, and someone just stomped on their feelings like they were nothing. And I get it. I think I get it, this energy, more than a lot of things. So I'm going to go ahead and start this reading. And I changed it up. I got my artwork over there. I know it might not be much like some people on YouTube have. I've only been drawing for like 2 years, folks. And you gotta bear with me. So I was going through some dark times in my life. I had death, betrayal, and a lot of ugliness that happened, and I poured myself into artwork. So, and this is what came out, Lucifer and Lilith. And I don't I don't look at things one-sided, I guess. Some people, they really look at things. I need to get something to drink here. I look at dualities, and I guess being Roman Catholic, you understand duality better than anything. Roman Catholic is just one of these old religions that have such a rich history that you understand the duality of many things. And I was raised in a Roman Catholic church with all the sacraments and everything. So I dive into where you need to know your personal demons, and you have to make peace with them before you actually can accept your whole self. You got to forgive yourself for everything, for the bad, good, and the ugly. Because sometimes that's all you got. And if you can't, you got to accept yourself as a whole. You got to go through integration. You got to integrate yourself as a whole. You got to, instead of letting your shadow side, I guess, dominate you and run the show, you got to run the show to your shadow side. I get it. Because a lot of times when we hurt, and I do say when we hurt, when we get to hurting, the thing is our shadow side, as much as it thinks it's being protective, it's not. What it does is we take our fears and go, oh my God, I don't want to deal with that. And then next thing you know, go, oh, I feel better. You really didn't deal with it. You just shoved it inside. And you process it in all these terrible ways. Like you might say, I'm going to get a rebound. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. You could process this through sex, through just hurtful acts. And that's what goes on a lot. But if you understand the psychology behind just facing your inner demons, you can get a lot farther. You really can. And I was debating on what energy field to start when I start this, and I don't know. I love that House of Dragons a lot. I think I'm going with the House of Dragons. My last reading, I did not go with the House of Dragons, and I was sad about it. I just like all this. I just like I love these cards. They got a strong hold. They're nice. They're good. But yeah, when I was picking up on this energy, they're going through a terrible betrayal. And I've made all those on YouTube. Like I used to do tarot card readings as I was drawing. And the thing is it was a great idea, but it was real hard to concentrate when you're live on a tarot card reading when you're trying to do a reading. It was one of my not so great ideas. I am a human being. I mean, obviously. And we all make mistakes. But I guess this is kind of, I guess I shared this story with you because it's kind of the vibe of the reading. It's someone that's being overly judgy, I guess. That's what kind of gives me that feeling. There's a lot of judgment in this reading. Judgment of ill intentions. Just a lot of judgment. And I like to put mine in a pile and fan them out. And just get the feel for my cards. Because when I get into the readings, I really get into the readings. And probably today, I'm probably going to do more artwork. I just got, I don't know, I've been more inspired to do something epic today. I don't know. I'm thinking about making a dragon today. Alright. Okay, these two came out. We'll take it. I got the Five of Blades in reverse and the Page of Dragons in reverse. And it's so beautiful. Look at that dragon. I don't know. I just drawn to this deck because of the artwork. I'm not gonna lie, and it's different little powers. I don't know. And then I'll pick out another one, and I'm gonna read about it. But yeah, as I'm finding the page, I'm gonna yap about just the whole thing. I just feel it's just and this energy just sitting in it. It's just sad. It's like a family that was left behind. And not just left behind in the normal ways left behind. It was, they just were left in shambles. It was just like one day they were there and then they were gone. The person, and it was a masculine energy. It could have been a relationship with two women, it could be two men. It's whoever was embodying this energy, and because some of us at times we switch up. Sometimes we're more okay. Here we go. Page of Dragons. Sometimes we're more in this energy. We're like at certain times we're more in our masculine energy when we're in our protective mode. That happens a lot too. It really does. So, all right. I got the Page of Dragons here, but this was in reverse. So we got. I'm gonna in reverse. This means. All right, Styrax and Rehorn, I can't pronounce this. Raynara. Cyrenex and Raynara trusted each other to navigate the dangers of Dragonstone with their eyes on the goal. The Page of Dragons reversed reminds you of their inner focus. You may have lost insight of your goals and feel like you're in a free fall, but it's time to burn away those limiting beliefs. You are always heading in the right direction. Alright, this is here. I'm gonna kind of put this here. I'm gonna set that there. And then the Five of Blades. I'm going to see, I'm going to pick one. I'll try to just get this good energy going. But yeah, this energy is just sitting. It's like they're sitting holding everything. Like the egg and everything. I want to say they're holding the golden egg, but they don't know they're holding the golden egg because the one person just left. And as they left, they don't realize what to do next. It was like the other person always try to over dominate them, if that makes any sense. Okay, I picked another blades. They're all reversed. And I put them on the bed and I'm just literally checking to see the heat signatures on the cards. But let me go find the blades, I guess. Tankards. Okay, here we go. Blades. Alright, this is the Five of Blades. Alright, and this is reversed. And this means the fighting has ceased, which is just as well. There was never going to be a winner here. The tension that has bound you dissipates slowly, so you will need a little time to recover. Once you do, you will be refreshed and ready for the next battle, but that doesn't mean you need to engage. Walking away quietly is just as powerful a choice. Somebody walked away. Alright, well, that's definitely, we'll put this down here. I try to put this stuff on levels. I'm trying to get better, guys. You know, this is a work in progress here. I'm an artist that's not used to, I don't know, the style of these different styles. I'm just a basic person here. But anyways, I got the Seven of Blades. Alright, and this here is reversed also, Jesus. Alright, you did it. You pulled it off. Congratulations are in order, but you still feel like a fraud. Okay, here's where the energy, I guess, is so dissipating and stagnant. It was like they won, but did they win? I don't know. Why? Do you still feel, but you still feel like a fraud? Why? There is a fine line between guilt, fear, fear of failure, and fear of success, depending on from where your intentions stemmed. You need to accept that it was executed better than you planned. If your discomfort comes from a harboring secret, it's time to review that aspect of your life as well. Is it worth it anymore? Somebody did something and they won. They were trying to, I think, walk away from a relationship for a while. And they have regrets because now they regret walking away or something like that. That's the energy that I'm getting. And the other person, they did suffer. But they found inner strength, which was the universe stepping in. The universe always balances. Because the other person didn't do anything wrong. There was no universal rules broken. Not one. And I always say, do not break universal rules when you break up with somebody. Don't. Don't sit there and try to act like you're above karma. You're above different things. And money doesn't. I want to say, let's say this is an example. This is not literally what happened or whatever. Let's say, well, like this happens a lot when people go through a divorce. They sit there and say, I'm going to give you the house. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. This is, makes it all better. And then I'm going off on my own and I got to start all over again. Yada, yada, yada. This happens. And then the thing is the universe doesn't care about money. They care about the deceit, how it affected the other person, I guess, is how you would do it. Because that's what the universe wants. Is they want things balanced. And universe always goes towards balance. And when you go veer away from balance, you don't care how much money you throw at somebody. What does that money, what does that matter? When you die, is there a bank account with God saying, I give you all these pentacles? No. When you're dead, you're dead. And we are not above creation. We're not. We're not above any of that. We just run between the seeds of time. That's it. And some people run on multi timelines. I mean, it is what it is. That's why you hear about all this stuff about deja vu and just different stuff. Some stuff the universe throws at you from another timeline to see if you're going to do better or if you're not going to do better. And they want you to adhere to universal rules. And that's what it is. And it's okay to break up with people. It's okay to say, this cup of tea is not for me. But in the manner that you do it. That's what I'm really getting. And I feel that this reading could be good for anybody in a breakup where you feel like it was unjustified in the manner that they did it, left your soul kind of in a state of confusion. I really feel that. And let's see. All right, universe. What started the circumstance? I just put all my cards in a pile and go around and see which one I'm supposed to grab. All right, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, Queen of Cups. Emotional intelligence and empathy. You have a deep understanding of your own emotions and those of others, and you are compassionate and nurturing present. This is reversed. So, this person does have emotional intelligence but lacks empathy. Which could be, I guess, what the urgency of this reading that I'm getting from my spirit team is to have emotional intelligence but to lack empathy means you kind of give chaos and hell to people. And for no reason, and you go out of your way to make it even worse for them. Because even Carl Jung, he said that empaths that, I guess, lose their humanity, he always says that they become almost like emotional vampires type thing. That what I got from it, because I do listen to a lot of psychology, and this was a lady that has this emotional intelligence, but she don't have empathy. I feel this was a part of the problem of the breakup. And then it says you have a deep understanding of your own emotions, and it's upside down. I'm being told by my spirit team that this person did not have an understanding of their own emotions. And they have this emotional intelligence of other people, but not quite themselves. And then it goes, and those of others. Those others, yeah, she has emotional intelligence, those of others. It's almost like a manipulative energy. And you are compassionate and a nurturing presence. This is the opposite. This Queen of Cups is not compassionate and doesn't have a nurturing presence. But she sure knows how to play one, what my spirit team's saying. I'll put this here. I decided to do things in levels so I could go back to the cards. Well, let me go back in here. This is a very deep, I want to say like deep oracle, whatever you want to say. Half oracle, half dish. I like to go in a certain way and understand my energy. All right, give me another clue on this energy because in the universe, three is one. One is three. Everything goes in threes. Where this Queen of Wands goes with this emotional mastery that she uses as weapons, there's two other things that come along. They just become ego driven. So let's see what else. There's two others. I got Five of Cups. Alright. There's two other people. There's always three. One person that has this kind of impact on people. They move along this way. Alright, we got the Five of Cups in reverse, of course. And this says, you may be grieving at least a recent loss or feeling let down by someone you trusted. Focus on healing and self-care. Alright. And these kind of readings I do, when they come up opposite, you take the opposite side of the spectrum. This person's victim was somebody that was grieving a recent loss or feeling let down by somebody. Because these kind of energies, I mean, you could call them energy vampires, whatever. I just call them people that they like to emotionally manipulate. And this is what this whole situation is kind of dealing with. Maybe it's a third party. I don't know. You may be, okay. So it was somebody that was grieving a death. Someone in their family died. And they felt like the world was against them and someone that they trusted wasn't by their side. And they were focusing on healing and self-care. This is a perfect storm for such a negative empath. It really is. Alright, give me the third component. Give me the third. Where are you? Alright. Okay. We got Ace of Pentacles. This is new financial or career opportunity manifestation. Abundance, security, stability, prosperity, potential. Alright, she found, I can see, I just literally bring these cards and take them on the pile for you guys. Alright, there's this queen. She doesn't really know how to love. She knows how to map people's emotional states. And she's very damn good at it. She almost reminds me of a psychiatrist type thing, where she could just manipulate and she knows how to do everything, but there's no conscience behind it. And then there was a situation with somebody grieving a death. And because she lacked empathy, she exploited it. And there was some kind of financial gain into it, so she said, why not? Alright. Let's go. I'm getting downloads as we're going on this one. I like to just kind of do my readings this way. I just feel it's better. Okay, it's 24 minutes. 24 40, 24:48 on the clock, if that means anything to you guys, those numbers. I don't know. People's ages or whatever. I just looked down after my download. Alright, tell me about the situation, spirits, please. Tell me about how this came to be about. Alright, I'm gonna go and I'm just shuffling for my big, I'm just looking and feeling for my big pile of cards. Teamwork. This is Three of Pentacles. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this just means teamwork. They collaborated with a team. And they were learning somebody's. I'm picking up spying. They actually spied on somebody. And they were watching. And then they were trying to implement people with this implementation. And then the quality about it took time and effort. And they wanted the recognition. And the reward was a person and their money. And they were hoping to get growth. So sad. If you are on the butt end of this situation, just know the universe is listening. The universe is watching, and the universe and God, they pay attention. God was paying attention to this situation. He really was. Because when somebody, especially in times of death, oh my God, yes. Because in times of death, people are passing over. And as you're passing over, there's a transition process where those loved ones they hang around for a while. They're in your home. And they're watching all this go down. And it's the perfect storm of God's most present at this time because they get a little time to give the person that passed away closure. What this just turned into a bunch of bad juju for somebody. Alright. Okay, we got King of Cups. King of Cups. Alright, and this talks about compassion, creativity, kindness, wisdom, balance, nurturing, intuitive, artistic, emotional, and logic. I want to say this was the partner that they were targeting. And they did it in such an elaborate way. It was heartbreaking to the whole situation. And when I say heartbreaking, I mean heartbreaking. It hurt a lot of people, I guess you could say. Alright, let's get another one. Like I always say, 3 is 1, 1 is 3. You gotta have 3 for a whole situation. You can't just do 1 card, you must do 3. Oh, okay, the world in reverse. It was the third key to this situation. Seeking personal closure. Okay, this person didn't know how to deal with the death of their loved ones. So they were trying to seek personal closure. And I take it, my spirit team's telling me that their partner took shortcuts. Didn't want to really be like they were supposed to come up and be. And they weren't used to dealing with people that were going through emotional things. So they seeked advice of others. And then there was incompleteness. they just kind of, how they say, half-assed. They half-assed everything. They just said, you know, here, give me a hug, I'll go. Not really sitting and talking to that person. And this was kind of how they did the whole situation with trying to help their partner, half-assing it. And there was dissatisfaction. They weren't having fun. There's no fun if the person's, if you got to put work into a relationship. They didn't want to really put the work in. And these people, and this lady here, this King of Wands reverse said, you don't have to. They'll be all right. And he was given, I mean, the person embodying the male energy that was on this energy at that point of time could be girls and girls, it doesn't matter. I just see energy. They produced dissatisfaction. It made him feel like that person owed them something, I guess. And they were being, I'm hearing over dramatic. That's what I'm hearing. My spirit team says they were very over dramatic, and it just led to a lot of problems. And then we got inerta, which I'm not sure what the word means. And then fixity and stagnation. All right. It gave the other person the entire time, because it kind of went through, we're going to go through stagnation because it's like the main thing here is stagnation. They went through this period of stagnation. It was like making a soup and letting it sit for so long. It either had to be thrown away or eaten up. And instead of reheating the soup and saying, you know what, I was an ass and moving on, this person just said, I'm out of here. In a period of stagnation, which they should not have. What happens in death, my friends? You leave somebody when they have somebody that died. They're the closest to that relative, whether it be mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and they're getting downloads with or without being intuitive, because it's like the dead's getting their last word. It's not a good idea. Let's get information. I got this stuff here, the gossip. What was the gossip going around here? Who led to this? Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you know somebody's going through the father of my first child, my mother passed away. We were kind of at the point where we were not getting along type thing, but he was very much a part of our family. Very much. He did not cheat on me. He did not try to move on. He didn't do that in that time period. And he showed up for my mom's funeral, showed up with me, even though we weren't together. And he did not go with nobody. He did it the noble way. Then after that, and we buried my mom months later, and then when I was feeling better, he just kind of, because we were together like for 8 years. And after that time, he kind of moved on with the person that is now his wife. And I guess that's what makes us friends today. Because once I got out of all that, I was like, at least he left the right way. And because he still honored my mother's memory. I tell you that story because I think it links to something with the story. Alright, past life. This talks about previous connection, unexplained familiarity, soul memories. I've known you before. This relationship was one of repeated cycles. And they got duped. They honestly got duped. And got a safe space. And then this emotional sanctuary, comfortable solitude, protected vulnerability. Here am I safe. And I want to say the other person ended up leaving because they felt uncomfortable because the other person was grieving and they didn't know how to help them. So they literally abandoned them. Okay. That's not good. I would have been through that recently, but you know what? Sometimes that's when you get closer to God and the universe pays attention. And your ancestors are the most active. He made the cardinal mistake, this person. Then we got recharge. And this talks about mental rest, emotional recovery, taking a break, come back stronger. This person wanted to just take a break and come back. He never was going to fully leave. And this person that embodied this kind of protective, overdowning energy was just going to leave and come back. He never was going to actually leave and stay gone. But he never counted on the thing that the dead were standing right there watching him. Gotta watch your situation, folks. Watch it, watch it, watch it. The dead are always watching, and they're most active around the time of death. Alright, then we got CEO energy. This talks about taking control, natural leadership, confidence in business, I'm the boss. This person was having the time of their life in CEO energy, while the other person was suffering. Wow. What a what a gracious act. Laugh out loud. If that was sarcastic. It was very. That was I mean, there's times in my life where I think things are bad, but that is just very dishonorable. This is a very dishonorable person. Very dishonorable. Soul contracts. Oh my god, it gets worse. Fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements destined to meet. Alright, these two people were meant to meet. They were. I want to say they were meant to break up, but I don't think it was supposed to be after a death and leaving somebody out in the cold. Or maybe it was. I don't know. Let's see. Definitely was a soul contract. It was. You know. So maybe they were meant to break up eventually, but it was supposed to be in a noble fashion, from what I hear. What my mom and my ancestors are telling me. Alright, then we got a big break. Okay, this Queen of Cups over here in reverse. Career turning point, major opportunity, life changing moment. This is it. You think he got rich? Wow. This is some terrible things, especially doing it to cut the wound deeper. Hey, sneaky link. I can't even make this up. I'm just shuffling and grabbing. Hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. Nobody needs to know he was cheating the entire time. This person was grieving a death in the family. Wow, this is really a great person here. All right, let's keep going to find out this story. All right. Oh my God, friend zone. He friend zoned. He was trying to friend zone the person grieving. Wow. He was trying to, somebody he was with for years and had somewhat of a family. Couldn't have the decency. That was their last ditch effort. Friend zone. Wow. I could see why. On my downloads, my spirit team said this person got blocked. And healed. And then honestly, the God Himself healed this person. There was no choice. So God Himself stepped in, from what I'm told, to heal this person. Probably is one of the the bestest things of their life, having God heal you. Deja vu. Repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. He's cheated before. Right here. Wow. And he decided to do it right in the time when somebody died on their lowest. This kind of shows you narcissistic behavior. I'm going to say the N word, narcissist. I think this one is. It was either acting like a narcissist or became a temporary narcissist, but it is a narcissistic behavior. Oh my God, fake flex. He's just blowing it, just rubbing it in. Pretending wealth, showing off, borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging, rich on Instagram, broke IRL. He's just living the life, telling everybody, hey, look how good I am, and didn't even give a thought to the person they left behind. So, dangerous web to weave. Oh, yes, it is. All right. Oh my God, status upgrade. It gets better in this story. New achievements, improved social standings, lifestyle elevation next level. What, they got a new car and stuff as the other person's suffering. Wow. It's very terrible. Very terrible. Alright. Brand new. Oh my God, this guy's really full of it. Fresh beginnings, reinventing yourself, new ventures, watch me shine. He was out there flaunting himself, making a fool out of himself, and not giving a shit about anybody but himself. And his brand new girlfriend or boyfriend, or this could be a boyfriend and a boyfriend situation, brand new fling. We'll say brand new fling. This person just going around with his brand new fling and being nasty about it. Oh, oh my God. Oh, good. There was a wake up call. Thank God. Yes, karma has a way of doing things, friend. Spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. They got a wake up call. I'm so excited they got a wake up call. Yeah, these stories are enigma with themselves. You could get a whole story. Alright, then they went to the crossroads. These are important choices, life changing decisions. Choose wisely. Your next step matters. They chose. And now the divine was reminding them that they chose wrong. Sometimes the divine waits to the right moment to just kind of remind you after someone heals, because the divine doesn't want to really hurt anybody. They don't. The divine is more concerned about healing the person left behind so they're okay, and then they work on the other person. It's kind of like an emergency room. The nurses will go to the person that's bleeding out and might die, then go to the other people. They always take the victim, heal them first in a situation like this. Then, when they're done, when that victim's healed out of recovery, then all of a sudden they get lots of stuff thrown at them. All two-faced. I can't even make this up. Says one thing, does another. Betrayal behind kindness. Pretends loyalty. Trust carefully. And two-faced. The divine does not like two-faced people. Not at all. Not at all. Let's see what else we got here. Tell me more about the story, please. Spirits. Tell me. Bag secured. Alright. Achieving goals, mission accomplished, financial stability. Got it locked. Alright, well, they bought a lot of fancy things. They didn't care about if the other person was eating. Maybe they didn't even ask if they ate dinner. I don't know. Or if they said, have you been eating? We got some money for you to eat. I'm sure they were doing just fine. They probably had a lot of support, because that's what happens to the victim. Breadcrumbing. Giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. They secured the bag with this other person and they start breadcrumbing them. So I guess we would call them third party traditionally. I just call them the other victim, honestly. I like to say the other victim because his karma's not over. So whoever you're involved, like once something like this happens and a tower moment happens, whoever you're getting involved kind of gets the ripple effect of karma. That's why if someone's doing some shitty stuff, just say, you know what, I'll talk to you in 6 months and walk away. It's better not to get involved, let karma do its thing. Because karma will use you as a player in the game. That's what karma's doing once they heal the victim. And then closure. Okay, here. Somebody's having closure. Here's the victim. Finally, we get to the victim. This is what I mean. We get all this stuff on what he's doing, and then now we get the victim. Letting go, ending chapters, emotional release, finally free. God, the divine, healed the person that was the original victim. So, I feel there is a third party, but you know what? You get involved in these situations, don't try to be the hero. Don't. Because when karma starts, they are going to teach a person a lesson. And it doesn't matter what your personal beliefs are, karma is real. I know people don't like my point of view. And some people might even say, oh, I was with this person, they were in a bad marriage, blah, 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 like I had in one of my lives. But you know what? It doesn't matter. If they're under karma, they're there to teach you a lesson, and karma will make you a part of their karma and a part of their story. And you will get the trickle effects of it. That's the way it is. And then we got Clout Chaser. Does anything for attention, fame, hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a life. He's feeling himself and this person healed, so that's good. So they could deal with all this bad deceptive behavior, because it sounds like a very immature person to me. And then swipe right. Online dating, instant attraction, digital romance, match found. He found other people. He got this other person and decided maybe I could have two people to have sex with. Maybe just not one. I'm gonna find another one too. So not only did he leave this person in the time of somebody's death with all their ancestors staring straight at him, they went and got another person, and behind that person's back got another person. Wow, this guy is doing too much. Really. Alright. Situationship, oh my god. The original third party got put into a situational ship. Situationship. And this is unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? This person that tried to heal this person told them, I don't know what we are, but you know what? I have options, and I just came out of this long commitment. Maybe, maybe not. And they're confused because they put resources and money into them, time, and they screwed them over. Oh, gaslighted. They gaslit the new person. Reality distortion, emotional manipulation, questioning sanity. You're imagining things. This is what they told the third party, the new girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. Switch it up as you you feel. I'm just giving you the tea, okay? I mean, I don't know. I just feel energy. I mean, I'm not there in your house. I don't see. I just see energy here. But they were gaslighting the new flame. So they have a repeated cycle. All right. Hopeless romantic. We got this. Believing in fairy tales. Idolizing love. Constant, consistently waiting, forever dreaming. This is what he was doing. He was waiting for another. This person was waiting for another partner, and they were planning to keep the first one. So they left one to get another to try to keep two. Maybe they were trying to get one of those. And I'm not judging. Maybe they wanted to like those people that have two or three people living together in a house. I forgot the name of that kind of situation, but it's on TV a lot where they're married to one person, but the guy would like, I don't know, it could be like one person. One of them, they all put money into the house, but one that they couldn't, it because we're not in Utah, you can't have more than one wife, so you got to have money for this. But a bunch of people live in a house together, have sex, and they have these agreements. Maybe that's what he wanted. I don't know. Maybe we want to hear him. Side piece. Oh my god. He started cheating on the new lover. Oh my god. Secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice, only late night calls. This is what he did to the new lover. He or she. This is what this person did to the new lover. Late night calls. Wow. And it says on read. And this one is ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. Okay. What I'm getting from this, these are the side pieces. Some of these side pieces you got with the new lover, they're busy. Maybe they got wise and said, I'm not trying to heal this guy. He already left one person, got another, and he's trying to get more people. I'm out of here. Maybe somebody got a brain. Okay, here we go. Here's God. Divine intervention. Unexpected guidance, universe stepping in, redirected path, saved just in time. Maybe God said, stop trying to find all these partners. You're being an idiot. Maybe that was the yes. I mean, this is why I'm not God, because these are the kind of messages I would give out. Nobody would like me if I was God, so thank God I'm not. Inner child. This talks about healing healing childhood wounds, reconnecting with joy, playfulness restored, return to innocence. Okay, we got the inner child. He healing after all the sex. I hope he got, or he or she. I hope this person got some kind of went to the doctor to make sure they don't got no diseases. That's what's coming through my head. I feel somebody got sick here. I do. I feel like there's some kind of sickness going on, but we'll see. Let's see what the cards say here. Lessons learned. I'm just going with this story. I like to let my download go right when I'm doing this. I like to be surprised. Wisdom gain, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. Okay, now he's wiser. Now he's a hero because God found him. Okay, let me go. Influencer status. Alright, social recognition online, fame, power to influence, swipe up. This one I'm feeling is the. I'm feeling that card is the victim. We haven't heard much from the victim. You always hear more about what the other person's doing because they do the most. This is the victim. They're online. They're probably posting about, I don't know, maybe they post about stuff. Maybe they're a singer, maybe they're a dancer. I don't know. They're doing anything to get their mind off that situation with their partner having sex with the entire town. I can't make this up. Triggered. Alright, emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? Okay. I just said this, and I'm just literally idly shuffling my story here. It's bothering them because the first one they left is happy, and apparently is on social media. So what? I mean, come on now. They gotta have some in their life. At least they're not out having sex with half the town. Alright, we got secret admirer too. Oh my god. Hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching for stalking. The first one that they left. Why? If you did all this to leave the person and the time that there was a death, which the card said there's death, why would you bother going back? Wouldn't you just try to make things work with this third party? And then not try to go to a fourth party and possibly a fifth and this and that. I mean, come on now. Don't go. The first party's done with you. Broken promises. Oh God, this just gets better and better. Disappointed expectations, failed commitments, lost trust, words meant nothing. Alright, this is the victim. This is pretty much what they feel. That card. I mean, I don't blame this person. If all this happened to me, and they're sitting there talking about I love you, why would you believe them? Somebody died, obviously, and they're heartbroken, and they finally get on their feet, and then there's a I love you. I would be suspicious too. You'd have to be crazy. Okay. Situationally single. Here's the victim. I'm going to call the victim because the victim is the first person. So and we're not going to say first party. We're going to say this is the victim because this is how he left this person. Temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. Good for you, victim. You know what? That's the way you're supposed to heal. You're not supposed to sit there and get all these other parties involved. It doesn't make any damn sense to get all these people involved, and for what? You gotta heal thyself before you can have a proper relationship and give your all. Because what's the point? You know, if you got all this unresolved feelings, how are you supposed to give feelings to another human being? I mean, that's just the bottom line. You got to get through your emotional baggage, get rid of it so you can truly see somebody else for who they are in the future. All right, here we go. Me versus me. Now this guy feels lonely. Self competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. Everybody is over it. It's me versus me. I mean, did all this to where he's the only one that gives a crap about, he or she's the only one that gives a crap about themselves. It. Take it as you see it in your situation, because I only see energy over here, friends. I am. I'm not, like I said, I'm not damn God. I'm not in your house. All right. Toxic love. Of course, there's toxic love. Pain disguised as passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. He's using another relationship to recover from his pain from another when he realizes he actually cared about the person. Wow. And then that other person probably walked right into the gaslighting. And he bounced back. He's bouncing back. Maybe he went to therapy or something. Resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again, can't keep me down. Okay, he thinks he's the big man on thing. Probably still not taking any accountability for his actions. Side note. I don't know. I feel he's still not taking accountability at this point. The story's not over here. Okay, here we go. The victim. Here's the lady that was the first one that did this. Independent, success, overcoming odds, creating own path, built from nothing. Here's the victim. She doing good. She's sitting by herself. She's had being single and dealing with her emotions, and now she's a self-made success. You know, and some of you guys that have this reading might resonate. You might be on the internet. You might be just doing business moves. Maybe you're working the stock market. You know, it could be anything. You know, maybe you got a job advancement because you had all that time, you're not worried about all these relationships. And you say, you know, I'm going to make my situation better. Good for you. That's what you're supposed to do. Retirement goals. Love it. Love it. Love it, whoever this is aimed at. Long term stability, future planning, relaxation, and living the dream. You took all that energy that you could have all that negative energy and just focused on securing your future. Death does that. Since my dad died, I just really think about how I'm spending my money. What I'm going to do when I'm older. Am I going to be in the same position as he he's dead now, but what he was in before he died? What can I do to better myself so my retirement's better? You could be thinking about retirement at 25 years old, for a side note. All right, speak up. Got that. Expressing needs, defending yourself, courage to confront, your voice matters. Yeah, this person didn't shut this person down. No, that person said, "No, you did this. I don't care. I'm dealing with my what's going to happen when I get older, my retirement goals, my money. I don't need you. Good for you. Good for you. Congratulations." Oh, look, shadow work. This victim did lots of shadow work. Facing hidden fears, exploring darker emotions, accepting imperfection, meet your darker self. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, this was the right way to get through a situation. And this probably would have been done naturally, just a side note. This person didn't have to go find lovers. This would have had its own natural process. All right, trust the signs. To somebody out there going through this, paying attention to guidance, universe speaking clearly, following intuition, message received. Right after their shadow work, they got closer to the universe. They know universal signs now, and they're like, you know what? This is how I want to do my things. They're trusting things. So they don't need anybody, any human guidance. Really, and all we really need is God. That's it. All right, this guy. Oh my God, gets better. The other one got catfished. Funny. Pretending to be someone else online, fake profile, deceptive images, not who you think I am. Yeah, this person got catfished. We could just say you could take this card as literally online, or the person that he went for his emotional security after he decided to be an a-hole. That person showed her who she was. That mask came off and said, I thought they were going to be nice. They're not nice. Now they hurt. Oh, clickbait. Here we go. Clickbait. Misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. Okay, all that fake flexing and everything. But not what it seems. You won't believe the story. Are they going to get pity from the. Are they going to try to get pity from the person that recovered from all this crazy stuff? We'll see. We'll see what card comes up. Oh God, DM slide. I can't make this up. I'm just pulling this. The one of these is one full story. Unexpected flirtation, direct message, testing the waters, sliding into your inbox. Yeah, wow. They're just over here trying to message the victim. Why does it always go back to where they want the victim again? I don't understand. If you're going to be that toxic, just say, you know what, I was an a-hole and walk away. Oh, here's him and the new girl or new guy, however you want to flip it. Fake smile, plastic smiles. Fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends, in name only. They're saying, you know what, we went this far, we can't sit there and tell everybody that we did this for nothing. So this is where they're at. Deep fake. Oh God. Convincing lies. Altered truth. Virtual deception. Seeing is no longer believing. People are kind of seeing through these plastic smiles. This was funny. I mean, this should teach all you guys. You break up with somebody, if you want to break up with them, it's fine. Just say you reason you want to break up with them, and do not go with nobody else until you're completely healed and you've done every bit of shadow work. Self care Sunday. Okay, here's what the victim's doing. I love it. I love it, universe. Prioritizing rest, recharge emotionally, pampering yourself. Me time matters. Oh my God, they're enjoying their hermit mode over here. Shoot, I just recently went through some crap like this, and I'm enjoying my hermit mode. It's wonderful now. I'm ready to come out of hermit mode. It's lovely. Oh, let it go. Love the victim. I love the victim. The victim always comes out. They might take a little time, but they healing. Releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others. Free your heart. They're free in their heart. They're saying, you know what, I look good now. They might have lost a little weight. Usually, when you're going through depression, you either eat a lot or you eat a little. But a lot of people, depending, maybe some of these victims lost their appetite, so they lost some weight and they actually look good. So now they can go to the club. They can go dancing. Who knows? Oh wow, unbothered. Love it. Love it. Oh my god. This is great. They're unbothered. Good for you, collective, if this is you. I'm so happy for you. Peace despite chaos. Calm attitude. Detachment from negativity. Not my drama. Yeah, they're saying, go. You had all those people to have sex with? Where are they? Go have sex with them. Where are you? Come on. Bring it on. You were so good at cheating. Can't you find anybody else? Love it. Love it. Boundaries. I'm not even making this shut up. I'm just literally doing this. Boundaries. Saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. Yes. Yes. Whatever collective, if I'm saying, I don't know. I'm such so damn sarcastic. I don't see the person that's not the victim. Listen to me, and if they did it, I don't know. Sometimes I'm biased, but yes, keep your boundaries and don't go back. Please, don't go back. Red flags. Oh my God. Warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble. You know better. This is coming for you soon. They're coming to your door with flowers. Tell them that the flowers deserved a better person. No, not that. Say, take your flowers, and I'm not taking them. Go give them to whoever else you're having sex with. Oh, there you are, breaking cycles. Yes. Ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. This is what the victim's doing. They seen how a destructive pattern is. I broke cycles too. I get it. Photoshopped. Oh god, let's see what this one is. Fake perfection, artificial beauty, unrealistic standards, filtered beyond recognition. This is the one that the other person left you for. I'm feeling. That's what my mom and my ancestors are telling me. They're laughing their ass off. They're literally over here laughing so loud. It's hard for me to concentrate on this. They're laughing so hard. They said that all the stress and voodoo shit got them looking ugly. That's what that. This is what I'm hearing in my head. So all of my shit's 18 and older. So there we go. All right, the voodoo lady here is looking ugly. All right, money moves. All right, this is the victim. Yes, smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making my money work. This person was saving money while this person was blowing all theirs, and their bank account looks good, and they're finding out ways to get more money. Hey, you gotta think smart. Nah, you gotta think smart with your money in this world. You really do. Let's see what this one is. Side hustle. This is what the victim's doing. Multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security, always on my grind. Maybe so these are some of the people, maybe some of you guys got a second job, I'm feeling. Some of you guys, I'm feeling, may have, I don't know, Went online and went and maybe did some videos. I know that I was a content creator over on Facebook for a while. I haven't went over there a while. I get harassed, and then sometimes I got hacked at one time, like a year or two ago, and I got done. Every time Facebook would give me, say I earned $20, I never got it, so I just stopped. But yeah, you can make videos online and make money. You could be on YouTube like me and make videos and make money. I never was one to have my face on the camera though. No, I was afraid of it. I thought I was too ugly to be on camera. I really did. But so I just did dog walking and stuff like that. But now I love it. So now I love to come up here and do these things. I like to get all these different kinds of card things. And this one I like because you just shuffle until you feel you have the right card. And you get a whole story. And it's nice. And I don't know, I just, it's fun. Now that, and Facebook, I used to get in front of the camera, and I was always camera shy, but here I am, folks. Here I am. Alright. Okay, Unbreakable. Yes. Love it, collective. Love it. Inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. This is the victim. Don't ever test the underdog. I mean, the underdog will always win. It might take a while, but I learned that when gambling was somewhat legal years and years ago, like in the 80s, somewhat. Like when you were able to, like, at your work, just gamble on football games and stuff. Because my dad used to have one at his work, and he used to have me do the numbers when I was younger. And we were counting on the Browns. And he asked me about all this. He goes, "Oh, well, they're the underdogs. I don't know if I should put my money towards that." And I told him to do it. And he did it, and I swear it was when the Cardiac Kids were alive. When it was the Cardiac Kids and Bernie Kosar and stuff was in there. And my dad won like $500. Never discount the underdogs. I learned that from my gambling days when I was 9 and 10 years old. I don't know why I wanted to tell. I don't know why that story I don't know why that story actually is relevant in this reading, but yeah, never undercount the underdogs. Ascension, oh yes, you're so great. Thank you. You even ascended. Yes, you're closer to God now. You ascended and you're unbreakable. You broke generational curses. You survived a narcissist. Look at that. Oh, and now you got the luxury life. Oh my lord. Or it's coming. It might be coming soon. Be careful. If you don't have the full luxury life, you're going to get it soon. Comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying words because I deserve it. I feel some of you are already spoiling yourself now. I feel you are. I feel you're just sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm going to spoil myself." I do that every once in a while. Alright, commitment issues. Afraid you settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. You're staying single for a while. I got intimacy issues. Oh, I want to find the right person. I get it. And you should always just, I want to say the right thing so I hit the right topic. You should always evaluate the person you're with and use your discernment and everything and give it some time. Even if they want to have sex right away, tell them, I don't know. If we have sex right away and stuff, where's it going to get me? And who else are you talking to? And of course they're gonna tell you not talking to nobody. That's what they do. I'm not talking to nobody. I don't know what you're talking about. Yada yada yada. But then you don't want the same relationship. So just feel them out. Be friends with them for months if you want. And if they're still your friends after months, eventually, if there's a chicken in the coop, they're gonna come out. You know what I mean? Let's say you really think someone's nice, this and this, yada yada. You don't have sex with me, say we're gonna be friends. 6 months later, you find out they had someone else. The longer you wait them out, the more the chickens won't stay in the coop. They'll just come out running. So take your time with it. No one's saying that you gotta rush into things. That's the worst thing to do, to rush into it. That's the stage I'm in. That is exactly the stage I'm in, my friend. Hustle mode. Yeah, I love it. I love it for you guys. Oh my God, do I love it. Grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort. Sleep can wait. Yeah, that's what I do. I sleep and then I do a lot of videos on my 4 days off, and then I hustle at work, and then I'm at work. Oh man, maybe I could do another video. Maybe I'm gonna go home and do another video. I'm just always in hustle mode. I'm loving it. I'm loving it for you guys. Payback. Consequences returning. Karma cycle. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. Hell, now that's when you're gonna get the knock on the door. They took money from you or whatever, or they left you because they want to do that fake flexing. Now they don't have nothing to do no fake flexing with. So now they want some of your rewards. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Don't help them out with their bills. They want to go through all that. Let it be. Energy vampires. Oh my God, I can't make this up. Draining connections, toxic influence. Protect your energy. Time to cut cords. Cut your cords with them. They don't want to deal with karma, so they want to get your good at your. They want to take some of your good karma away. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Please don't. Rebound. They're getting a rebound now. Oh my God, why are they getting a rebound? Temporary comfort, avoiding loneliness, quick replacement, just to forget. They're getting themselves a rebound because they're getting all this karma. Probably, I'm feeling it. I don't know. I got to see what the next card is, but I'm feeling this rebound is because possibly the original third party got tired of their bullshit. So they found someone else to have sex with besides you. This happens. I don't understand. There's just too much stuff that goes on. Sugar coated. Sweet but deceptive words, empty compliments, hidden insults, too good to be true. Yes. They always are. Those hidden insults, and that's always, I love you so much, but they're just empty. They don't really mean it. You're not too, if you were too good to be true, they wouldn't have went with you to begin with. My mom always said, my mom's over here laughing her ass off, just so you know. Yeah, that's what they do. After they did all this bullshit to you, all of a sudden they love you. I love you. I love you. If you love somebody, you wouldn't have done to begin with. Behind the mask. Hidden emotions, concealing true self, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. They do so much damn hiding, but then they say they got a relationship. They really don't. And they're putting on a poker face. Hiding true feelings, impossible to read. Emotionally detached, you'll never know. They're still kind of emotionally detached. They don't know who they want to tell the truth to, so I guess tell the truth to your damn self. I guess, I mean, that's their only option, is I guess they love themselves more than other people. Hidden agenda. Secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness. Hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Alright, if they're being too friendly at this point after doing whatever they did to you, just say thanks but no thanks. Just like she is in that card. Put your hands up, no thanks. Take the present back. Don't even take the present. Just say, you know what, just take it back. I don't want the present. I'm good. See you later. Divine timing. That's when all these things happen. Divine timing. Patience required. Trusting the process. Perfect timing. When it's meant to be. When you're healed. And you're in a time that you don't need them. That's when all the bad shit happens. That's when all the bad will rear its ugly thing. Love bombs. They're going to try to love bomb you, collective. Intense affection, too quickly, excessive attention, overwhelming charm, hidden control. Yeah, they're going to come over here, yeah, because they realize they effed up. After they effed up, they said, damn, I got to go over here. At least there's a little money. And then here you are, collective, overnight success. Rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. Maybe some of you guys in social media, you're getting more recognized, or maybe at your job, you get more recognized. Oh, geez. Maybe you're going to nursing school, and all of a sudden, you're top of the class because you had all that time to study. And maybe you became a LPN or upgraded to an RN. Why not? All right. And then mirror, mirror. Facing yourself and others. Reflective relationship, self-awareness. What you see is you. You were you guys were twin flames. You reflected each other. One was an empath. You're empathic. One of you guys is an empath. I don't know. Take it and flip it as you need to flip it. Empaths, when they are effed over, they naturally mirror it back to another person. It's a natural mirroring process. So whatever they put you through, whatever you're doing, they will do. You know what I mean? When you let go, they start letting go of things. And when they start letting go of things, all their dirty laundry comes out, pretty much. So I'm an empath. I get it. No filter. Oh God, they're speaking their truth. They're speaking your no, wait a minute. All right, yeah, this is them talking to you. Speaking your truth, authentic communication, raw honesty. This is how I really feel. They're going around now saying the truth. Where was the truth in the first part of the deck? And I just been over here flipping, okay? False alarm. And this is exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to mere minor events. Okay, much to do about nothing. They're a little, they don't feel good about stuff and they're hurt inside because they're used to doing the hurt. That's all that is. And then we have booked busy, productivity high, full schedule, no time to waste, success on the calendar. This is the healed one. The healed one that got effed over, that's what they're doing. They're spending time. And they got a glow up. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. And if you haven't hit this glow up, you will. Self-improvement, finding your confidence, personal transformation, better than ever. When God picks you up, He makes you look good. Even if you look like shitty because you're crying and stuff. Spilled tea. You're getting some spilled tea. Secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leaked information. Oops, it's out. All the shit they were saying behind closed doors when they're coming to your door, those flowers, you're finding out. Payday. Financial rewards, money rolling in, celebration of success, check cashed. You're getting all that extra time that you spend, energy that you spent not giving in. You're using it for good things. Oh my god, blind date. Oh my god, some of you guys are going to get new love. I'm so excited. Surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions. Could it be love or disaster? You guys are dating. Praise God. Cuffling season. Temporary relationship, seasonal companionship, short term warmth until spring. Hey, maybe you guys are okay with a couple of you with these short terms. Maybe you don't want to make a full commitment, but you want to see where it goes. I mean, my sons have done this. I do not judge. If that's what you need to get through it, that's what you need to get through it. All right. And that is it. There we go. All right. That is the end of the reading. And I do want to say, whoever this happened to, that I had this energy, you are going to be just fine. And I'm sure right now, if you're in the beginning part of this, you're feeling quite depressed and let down. And I am here to tell you, you are okay. And you are going to be okay. I have been through this after rearrange your house. If you were left alone in the process, make that space yours. Like they never lived there. If you have a living situation, start making yourself busy. Maybe whatever you like to do. I always say artwork is good, any kind of artwork. If you like to sing, start singing. Art is a very good outlet. It really is. And I do promote artwork of any kind. Maybe start projects around the house, and art could be anything. People that make coffee tables, it's a form of artwork. If you like to do knitting, that's a form of artwork. It doesn't always have to be just actual artwork, like I do, like all that shit. I mean, not everybody draws. So, I'm just getting all my cards together. I like to leave you guys with tidbits of stuff you could do. And my brother told me that. He was like, you know what? Don't be so depressed after his wife left him. He just rearranged the house because they were in an apartment situation. And he told me just to change everything around the way you like it. But if you got to stay there, you got to stay there. You can't. I mean, no one should live outside unless they have to. But I mean, that's just a whole other topic. But if you're left living in the house, but you're looking at everything that makes you sad, that's what I did. I reorganized my house and clean up things. And as you're getting rid of their stuff to get your other stuff in your life together, that's when some of this stuff happens, and then before you know, you have all these baby steps, and then you're doing good. Then before you know it, you care, but you don't care. You have, I mean, it has all kinds of technical words, but I call them mind flickers. Just sometimes at a certain times of the day when you know that person was coming home. And of course, I gotta drop this. Anyways, when that person was coming home, you're gonna feel sad certain parts of the day. So, what you do is you just maybe construct an activity over that part of the day. And here's Chong. Chong says hi. Look at him. Chong wants you to be happy. He does. Chong says, you're alright. I mean, Chong, if you have pets, spend more time with your pets. If you're able to afford an animal, let's say you're on the richer part of the spectrum, and you were dumped, maybe it's time, since you have extra time on your hands, and we are a dog channel, adopt a dog and give him a nice home. Go to the shelter. Try to find a nice dog to give a good home to. Animals are great for that. But there's stuff you could do. That's just the bottom line. But do not go back. Heal yourself and try not to be overly negative because it gets you nowhere. And I hope I was helpful in my video.